Why in the world would anybody put chains on me? I've paid my dues to make it. Everybody wants me to be what they want me to be. Good morning. I'm not happy trying to fake it. Y'all know this? Yeah. Why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Yeah. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. I wanna be high, so high. I wanna be free to know the things I do are right. I wanna be free, just me. Oh, baby. I want y'all to sing it with me. I know you know it. Hey, there you go. Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy. Yeah, easy like Sunday morning. Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm easy. Good morning, Valley and Mountain. Welcome to Homecoming. If you haven't been here, this is the Sunday that we just call everybody back home. And we tell them you are loved without condition, just the way you are. And it's easy breezy like Sunday morning. If you're online, we want to say good morning to you. Drop your name and say hello in the chat. You are just as much a part of our time as here in the auditorium. Just want to tell you a couple of things about the space. We want to make sure everyone is masked so that those who are immunocompromised can stay and be a part of our event today. If you need an ADA exits, there are 2 on either side of the stage, and there are some in the back. The same with our gender-neutral bathrooms. There are some on the top and the bottom of the building. If you see anyone without a mask, it's because they've tested negative to a COVID test. And with numbers rising, again, we just want to make sure everybody is safe. Yeah. Here at Valley and Mountain, whatever your expression of community and worship is, we honor it, we hold it, we welcome it. So if that's a raising of your hands, if you call back out to us, if you roll around on the floor, if your expression is quiet, I understand, we understand. Today it's Big Band Sunday, and it might be a little loud, So if you need some earplugs, we do have those in the back. But we want everyone to feel welcome and safe and loved and held and easy like Sunday morning. Whoa, that's why I'm easy, easy like Sunday morning. Last time, that's why I'm easy, easy like Sunday morning.
I'm Megan Hastings. My pronouns are she and her. I'm a member of our Board of Gardeners, and it's my privilege to welcome you here and those online to Valley and Mountain. We always like to remind ourselves that whether we are in a high mountain time of our life or a deep valley low in our life, everyone is welcome here. We encourage you to share and ask for help if you need, and share your joy as well. I'm going to light this candle, and if you're at home watching with us, please light a candle to help us celebrate this time.
The peace. So if you can make eye contact with someone, give them a wave, give them a nod, let them know they are home. Tell them they're welcome home by singing this song to them. Oh, where you're coming, or where you're coming from. Haven't seen you in a while, so good to see you. Good morning, good morning. Hey. You can always call this place home. Oh, no matter where you've been, or what you've done, no matter where you've been, or what you've done. Hey, baby, how you doing? I like your dress. No matter where you've been, or what you've
Good morning, Valley and Mountain. Welcome home. It's so good to see all of your faces here with us today. And I was just talking a little bit with the musicians before service started about how this homecoming is kind of an important service for us because we kind of operate on seasons, and the summer is a slowdown season. And so coming back home is something that we practice as a spiritual practice here at Valley and Mountain. And so it's really important in that spirit to be mindful and intentional about how we honor ourselves as we're coming back home. Coming home means a lot of different things for each and every one of us. coming home can bring up lots of memories and lots of sensations in our body. And so for this homecoming, we are going to have this grounding practice where we want to acknowledge our bodies and our experiences and our stories as we come back home into this space. We want to acknowledge that our body facilitates so much for us each and every day, that all our human experience, our mind, our body, our spirit is all encased in our bodies, in muscles, skin, and flesh. And so our body is also our home space where these experiences are held and where meaning is made, where we understand ourselves and one another more deeply. And so I just prepared just a brief grounding meditation that I want to invite you into with me. Take a moment to find a comfortable position. And the most important thing about this is that you feel relaxed as well as alert. Make sure that you have some openness in the front of your body. You can roll your shoulders up and back if that helps you to maintain some openness. You want to have some uprightness and length in your spine without being rigid or stiff. And you want to invite softness into your face, into your jaw, into your shoulders, and into your belly. This balanced posture of being both relaxed and alert, both soft and open, is the beginning of embodied awareness. Notice how the body is feeling in this moment. You don't need to change anything about the mind or your thoughts, your heart, your emotions, the body, or any sensations. Just simply allow what's happening to be in your awareness. How does your body feel right now? Feel what's going on physically or mentally or spiritually. What sensations are you experiencing? Where may there be tightness or tension in the body? And where is there ease and release and relaxation? Just notice what is here for you. As you continue to settle into this embodied awareness, you can close your eyes if you'd like, or keep them open as you continue to rest your awareness on the body. Just notice what's present and allow what's happening. Maybe there are thoughts or emotions coming up. Just let everything be here and notice with compassion and intention to stay present. I want to invite you to take a deep breath in through the nose, and as you exhale, you can even make a sighing sound to release. Release any tension in the body as you breathe in and out. And do this a few times on your own as you breathe in, opening the front of the body, and as you breathe out, really softening and relaxing. Allow the breath to come to its natural rhythm and just take a moment in silence to notice. As we end this grounding meditation, take a moment to express gratitude toward yourself for taking the time to cultivate this practice. And know that in any moment you can reconnect to the body, to your breath, to the sense of groundedness as a way to create spaciousness, ease, and rootedness, to create a connection to yourself, a connection to the divine. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and to begin to move your hands and your feet and let yourself reconnect to your surroundings as we finish this meditation.
I just noticed Casey was playing the chords to Know That You Are Loved. And the lyrics to that song says, know that you are loved even when you don't love yourself. So as you finalize your grounding exercise, just remember that you are loved without condition. We're going to sing you a song, and then we'll do our gratitude. We want you to interact with us. So if you catch the lyrics to our song, I want you to sing it back to me. If you want to stand up and dance, you can. Come on, stand up, y'all. When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunshine hurts my eyes, stand with me. Something without wanting love bears heavy on my mind. When I think of you, then the world's alright with me. Stand with me. Oh, just one thought of you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. There you go. A lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone is instead of me, yes, Chris, always seems to know the way. Oh, when I think of you, then the world's alright with me. Hey, just one thought of you, then I know it's gonna be a lovely day. And I know it's gonna be, you know about it, a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, a lovely day, lovely So I did that so we can get our bodies moving around. Sometimes when we do gratitudes, it can be sad and heavy. And if that's where we are, then that's fine. And we have room and space for that. But before we go there, Casey, we're going to do one more exercise. When I think of homecoming, in my tradition and where I'm from down south, it's like football season. And I think of not the competitive part, but just like the, hey, Tim, I haven't seen you in a while, hi. My friends come home, and I get to embrace them and do something that we all do together that feels familiar, and sometimes that's the football game, right? Does that resonate with anybody?
Yeah.
So in the football games, I hear things like na 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 hey 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 goodbye. There it is. Na 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 hey 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 goodbye. All right, so you got it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna sing a song together. But don't just leave this in the gratitudes part of our month. I want you to talk back to whoever's talking, whoever's singing. We need to know up here, even though it feels a little performative. We wish we were down there with you. But talk back to us. It's a co-creation, right? So sing this. Say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Together. And that's all I'm trying to do is remind you, you have a home and we have an anthem. It looks a little different than some other anthems, but that's our anthem. What I'm grateful for today is y'all. To come home and to be with family is so important. To have a safe place for my baby to be, whoever they are, is important. So I want to hear from you what your gratitude is, what might be heavy on your heart, what we can pray for, and at the end, we're going to sing it again. Na, 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 na. You ready? Who has something they want to share with us?
I have something.
Okay.
Well, a prayer request. Yeah, I'd like to make a prayer request for my mom. She's just going through a lot, which makes me go through a lot, and I'm already going through a lot. So, yeah, and just my family and, like, just basically, like, the United States of America and then the world after that. So, you know, we all need some peace and love and understanding and all of that. So, yeah, that's it.
We love you and we're praying for you. I hate that I only see you once a month. We need to hang out. We got to talk to our friends and let them know they're important to us. Anybody else have something they want to share? While you're getting your thoughts together, Beth, I see that you're online. We love you. We're sending you healing vibes right now. We love you. And come back soon. Hi.
We're here to help you take the microphone for gratitude.
Well, now somebody has to say something.
So, I'm grateful for my numbers.
Numbers? Yay! We are grateful for numbers too. Should we bring it to somebody else? Somebody raise their hand and we'll bring it to you. Let's see her walk.
We are so grateful for teachers and childcare providers this time of year and really want to lift them up, whether it's their first year or they're coming back for their 25th. They do the most incredible work, and we're so lucky for those of you in the audience that are educators. The work you do is the most important work in the world.
I have gratitude. I'm actually doing a juice fast right now, and yesterday I went to the ocean, to Ocean Shores, and I'm really full of gratitude for the beauty that God created. Think about the water and the sun glistening off the water and the sand and think about the trees, the beautiful trees that grow and support us. And think about the flowers and the other green things that are growing and the insects. Have you ever looked at an insect and look at some of the beauty of them? And even like the butterflies, the monarch butterflies, and all the animals, and all the people. And so that this is homecoming, I was thinking about all of you and all of us and how grateful I am that God created each and every one of us, and that we're all so different, and so are the animals and the trees. There's all different varieties of us and all things that grow. So let's honor, respect, and love all of our differences.
I wanted to say gratitude for my sister because she is one of those educators, and she's worked a long, long time to get her degree, and she finally landed a place where she's got a really great teaching job, and she's going into her last year of schooling, and she'll be a graduate master. She'll be a master.
I was also going to offer a prayer request for two families in our lives. One, a dear friend of ours who just recently, Amy Benson, who just recently got a breast cancer diagnosis that was looking really simple, and it's not looking at all simple anymore. It's escalated into a very different kind of experience. So just a lot of prayer for the care that she's getting, and a team, and more information. And then folks may have known, and we asked permission to lift up Kate and Nate, who used to come to church here, who have two kids. I mentioned this before, but Nate has ALS. He's my age. They have two kids under 4, under 5. It's a pretty big diagnosis to be facing as a family, and they're really asking for this church's prayer ongoing, and I will get a hold of folks for more support too, but just lift them up as they begin to prepare for this really tremendous journey.
I have a prayer request for a family member who's fighting cancer in Houston, to surround him and his family with love and prayers as he goes through this very challenging treatment. Also for all the students, for the high school, college, elementary students starting school again, pray for their strength and perseverance, and that they have a good year.
So I'd like to lift up a prayer request for my family. We lost my grandmother this week. She was very old. She was in her 90s, and so it was sort of an expected loss. And she also mentioned that she also did not want to be around anymore. Her quality of life wasn't that great, and we were very lucky to be able to spend a lot of the summer caregiving for her, and just spending time with her. So in some ways I'm very grateful for that experience, but I also, there's a lot of when a loss happens, a lot of like family dynamics come up, and with my extended family there's always some kind of conflict happening, so I just pray for peace during that time as well.
I actually have a bit of gratitude I'd like to give.
Hi, I'd like to offer some gratitude for puppy kisses and the ugly cries that they can produce, as I've been re-exposed to this week. And a prayer request for Mary's Aunt Yvonne, who is going to be entering hospice care, and for her son and daughter, Mary's cousins, and Mary's mom, Yvonne's sister, because it's a really hard thing in the family dynamics that Ryan mentioned, and yeah, give folks some room for healing. Thank you.
For me, just a spot that I'm realizing that I'm grateful for, that I'm realizing it, is that the more I stay in a space of gratitude, the more what I'm grateful for comes to me. And so one thing that I was believing for was just a shift in spaces where I can use my gift, an elevation in spaces where I can use my gift. And the more I look in the mirror, again, like I was telling you the other day, and I'm just grateful, and I tap in and I touch and embrace that space of being really grateful, I continue to draw to me more opportunities where I'm in those spaces. And so I'm grateful for that realization that energy flows where attention goes. So if I pay attention to all that I'm actually grateful for, as if we're doing right now, I'm welcoming to myself more of what I'm grateful for. So I'm grateful that I actually paid attention.
That's good. Thank you. Tiffany? Amy. I was looking at Tiffany. Go ahead.
I have two. They're very quick.
Okay.
I'm grateful for my sister-in-law, who is a teacher, one of those teachers they've been talking about. She is teaching kiddos at a pretty impressionable age, and so she's very important in their lives. Also, she's just like the cool sister that I never had. And also my fiance, who woke up at 1:30 in the morning to watch basketball with me. Go Team Canada.
Okay. We had a lot. Anybody else? Because I'm going to share mine and I don't want to pull anyone's. Yes, Tim, please. Grateful for technology. Wow. I gotta say it for the people online. That shifts perspective for me. Tim was saying that him and his wife watched from India and watch it 6 days after it's happened, and it's still gleaning from the community and the love that we're sharing here in Valley and Mountains. Wow, grateful for technology. I think Beth also said, I'm grateful for the salmon who have come home to spawn. So we're grateful for that. We had a lot of people who were talking about those who were ill or had passed on. I want to say, and I have permission, Bethany, I want to say I'm grateful that Bethany's father is in the land of the living. He had a heart attack recently, and we just found out, and he's doing cardiac recovery. So I'm grateful for his life, that he's still here. And I'm lamenting a little bit because although we aren't married anymore, he's still my co-parent. So I'm holding space for him today. If you would like prayer, I want you to come forward. If you want us to just send up a prayer for you, we want to honor the life of your grandmother. Thank you for what you brought to the earth realm. And we thank God and we thank Spirit that there's no more pain, there's no more anguish, and Grandma's where she needs to be. Anybody else need prayer? I'm just going to say, Spirit, we love you, we thank you. for filling us up. Thank you for giving us bread for the journey, for the comfort and the love that you give us to sustain us. Those who are needing a healing, those who are going through, we just send them energy and restorative rest. Those who have unspoken ailments, we send them energy and healing power and restorative rest. Coming from my heart are the issues of my heart. Coming from my heart are the issues of my heart. One more time. Coming from my heart are the issues of my heart. It's gratefulness. I told you we were gonna do it. Come on, stand up and do a wave with me. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye to your pain. Na 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 na. To your stress. Na 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 na. To that pain. Hey, hey. To that stress. Goodbye. Come on and release it. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, Valley and Mountain. Can I borrow one of the walking around mics? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that, Mercedes. That was so much fun. That was really great. I'm so excited to be here with y'all. Hello. We're gonna welcome everybody to do the backpack blessing. Do you want to help me? Okay. I have some of my notes here, so I don't forget the words I want to say. Let's go to that corner right there, and we'll sit on the side. Rafi, is this spot okay? Here on the side? Okay, good morning. As we get settled here, we're going to talk to everybody out here, and especially the children and the youth. Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to come up here? Yep, anybody who wants to come up, you are welcome to. And if you don't want to yet, we'll give you another welcome invitation to the front for the youth when we begin the backpack blessing too. But first, I just want to say to all of the children of a God that is alive, a God that is living, every age and every stage of life that we are all a part of, together with the young people and the old people and the people in between here at Valley and Mountain, we are hoping to acknowledge the experiences of wonder and of labor and of creativity and justice that is proclaimed in these ceremonies and these traditions and these moments that we get to share with one another. And so these things, creative justice, labor, wonder, they show up in stories and different songs that we sing, like just a minute ago during Gratitudes. But they also show up in our crayons and in our puppetry. Do you want to say something, or is that Fire Dragon?
I would like to say, did anyone know where Water Dragon or Sky Dragon is? They've been lost for so long.
Water Dragon and Sky Dragon are missing. those silly dragons. Where have they gone? It sounds like Fire Dragon is sad.
Yes, we have no idea. They went to go on a walk yesterday, and and then I didn't see them for dinner. But then their dinner was gone the next day, so they must have came and eaten it during the night, and then they weren't there though.
Auntie Dragon, it sounds like that must be really, really worrisome. I wonder if kids who are ever going to school feel nervous and hide. Do you think Sky Dragon and Water Dragon might be hiding because they're nervous of school?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I'm sure they wouldn't. They love school.
Sure they wouldn't. They love school. Well, has anybody seen Sky Dragon and Water Dragon? You see the Sky Dragon up on that light? I don't see Sky Dragon on that light. Are you tricking me? Maybe.
Maybe he's flying around.
Do you see Sky Dragon? Over there? Can somebody go and get Sky Dragon and his cousin? Do you want to go get them? And while Lino goes to get Sky Dragon and Water Dragon, can we say 1, 2, 3, and then Sky Dragon? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sky Dragon and Water Dragon. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Bring him back, Sky Dragon and Water Dragon. Wow, it looks like they found them. Lino and Leo, thank you. Can we give our helpers and our auntie and Uncle Dragon a hand? Wow. You know, just like silly songs and silly play and rest time, these are all ways that we can get ready for something new or something even that we've been doing before. Let's celebrate here together with every generation as we welcome in the new school year. So we've come together with all of our different lifestyles, our different abilities, our different words and our different coloring, our different ways of being dragons. And we're all welcome here in this place that we sometimes call home. And so as we celebrate together, we're going to bring our backpacks and we're going to ask our friends, Mr. Jared and Miss Joe, if you can join us. I know, Joe, you're already up here. Thank you. And we have so many. Miss Lisa, Miss Megan. Thank you all for being here. So, do you want to go get it? Yeah, go for it. If anybody else needs to go get their backpack, we have time. We'll grab backpacks together. And if we can get a helper, one of our helpers, to take the sacred string, that is how we're going to tie the sacred string, Jared. We're going to use it. To the dragons? Well, yeah, I think the dragons can help. And then we have backpack tags, too. And these backpack tags today say something very special on them. Joe, can you tell us what the backpack tags say?
On the front side, there's a heart and a rainbow, and it says, be loved, be kind, be you. And on the back, Valiant Mountain says, no matter where you are on life's journey or where you're coming from, you can always call this place home, no matter where you've been or what you've done.
Thank you.
Notebooks.
And your mom's notebooks. That's very special. And from graduate school, yay! And this is a great reminder, too, that if you are a teacher or a caretaker or a parent learning new things and you have a bag that you want blessed, we'll share a moment for adults to have their bags blessed, too, at the end of this portion. Thank you all for listening to the wisdom of our youth as we share this moment together. Here at Valiant Mountain, we believe that every generation has sacred wisdom to share. So we take time together. And I'm curious, Leo, did you bring your backpack today? Oh, it's behind me. And did anybody else bring their backpack?
Me. Yep.
I see Lucas has your backpack. You do? Okay, well, I think we're ready then. So, people in our community, we are going to share a one-word blessing with these youth who are here. One sentence blessing. And so we are going to say to each youth, this year may you be curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving. May you be curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving. Can we say it one more time together before we bless our youth? May you be curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving. And so this is our prayer for each of you today. We're going to give you, we'll have Joe hold the sacred string, and we'll give Jared the backpack tags, and we'll give each youth one of these tags. And Jared, we'll have you lead the prayer when you hand each tag with may you, and we'll join in. Curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving. Okay? Yeah. Of course. Yes. All right. And our youth, who wants to be brave and go first? And we have one for first. And who wants to be brave and go last? Not last? That's okay. You can be brave and go in the middle. Bethany, if you can hear me at the moment, would you be willing to be brave and go last? I see a thumbs up. Thank you. So we have our brave in the beginning, our brave in the middle, and our brave at the end. Thank you. All right, let's start with Karis. Do we have a sacred string and a backpack tag for Karis? And Karis, do you want to go get your tag from Lisa there? Oh, we're bringing it over. Thank you.
Karis, this school year, may you be curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving. Ida, this school year, may you be curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving. Lucas, this school year, may you be curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving. Who's next? Marcellus. I'll just give it to him. Yeah. You can Simba him. Marcellus, this school year, may you be curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving. Rafi. You ready, Rafi? This school year, may you be curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving. Alina, you ready? This school year, may you be curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving. Leo.
Leo, can we offer you a blessing? No, No, thank you. Thank you for being brave and telling us what you want. And then, Mara, a blessing for you.
Hi, sweetie. I will bless this gummy bottle. High SPF. Mara, this school year, may you be curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving. Did we do it? Is that care? Bethany. Bethany, this school year, may you be curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving.
Yeah.
August. Of course. August, this school year, may you be curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving. Last but not least, Roscoe. Roscoe, you got tags? You have tags? Roscoe, this school year, may you be curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving.
We're still doing backpack blessings. Thank you for bringing your backpack.
Clementine, you mind sticking around right here for a second? Clementine, this school year, may you be curious and kind, gentle and strong, brave and loving. Yes? Yes?
Yes.
Hey y'all, my name is Jared. My pronouns are he and him, and we're gonna offer some opening words. And this relates to everyone in the room If you're a student, whether it be very young, whether you have some experience on your belt and continuing on to graduate school, we know we have some amazing students coming into school years. I work at Rainier Beach pretty often, doing some restorative justice work in a pretty school that's a little underfunded and things like that, so we recognize the need for teachers, faculty everywhere around. So along with this backpack tag, all of us here at Valiant Mountain also want to share a blessing with you. A blessing is something that you receive so you can open your hands like you're ready to receive a special gift. As we speak, you might all imagine the words dancing, floating, fluttering all around, and watch them as they land on your hands and on your backpack. If you want to receive it, take a blessing and put it in your heart. May these backpack tags remind you that divinity is a part of you. As you sit and as you stand, as you learn, and my favorite, as you play, and eat in every fear and every celebration, may you know that this is Earth, your friend, and this Earth is always ready to hold you.
Mixed Summer, will you come? And Pastor Mercedes, will you come? So Mixed Summer and Pastor Mercedes have just started seminary. And so they just started seminary, the Eaton Theological Seminary, and both of them got scholarships, and so we're super proud of them. They are about to start the ordination process for the United Methodists alongside Dr. Spalding and Sekou and Dr. and Jared. So we're excited we are going to send 4 candidates for ordination, which is a whole process. It's a thing. And so we're excited about them starting that process. Megan's a board member. And Tim and Brian. Will y'all come and pray over your pastors? You know my name? You gonna come? Y'all got a weird church. So weird. I'm the only normal person here. You know my name. You, Tiffany. God, we are just so grateful for these pastors, and that you know their names. We ask that you bless them as they go through the process of becoming ordained and getting the Masters of Divinity. God, may they know when they walk into the seminary, they don't go in with their hats in their hands, but rather that they know that they have been called to this work, and that seminary for them, that it might be confirmation, that it might remind them of who God called them to be before the very foundations of the world. And God, we ask that you give a special protection over them. For Lord, the vicissitudes of ministry are not to be taken lightly. And there are going to be moments in this work that their hearts are going to be broken. And so, God, at those moments when they are at their lowest in their ministry, when they can't see their way out, when they feel unworthy of the call, and those days will be many, that you might remind them of their names. And so from the crown of their heads to the sole of their feet, may they be reminded that you know their names. And then, God, may they always find ways to find joy in this work. May in the simple places, in the laughter of a child or in something going absolutely wrong, that they can laugh. And then, God, we say thank you for the names they do not know and the faces that they have not seen, whose lives they will change. There is some trans kid somewhere worried if they matter, and your ministry shall bless them. And we are grateful. All of this we ask in your name. Amen. Oh, how you walk with me. And oh, how you talk with me. It is. Oh, how you love me. Oh, you tell me that I am your own. Hey, you know my name. You know my name, you know my name, you know my name. You know my name. Oh, you know my name. You know, 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 you know. You know my name, you know my name. Oh, oh, how you walk with me. And oh, how, and oh, I know how, and oh, how you talk with me. Oh, how you talk with me. And oh, how you tell me. Oh, how you tell me that I am, that I am, that I am. I am your own. Oh, how you. Oh, how you walk with me. Oh, how you talk with me. Oh, how you talk with me. It's still. Oh, how you tell me. Oh, how you tell me. Oh, how you tell me. I am your own.
Oh, you know my name. You know
'cause you know my name. Hey, you know my name. Oh, you know my name. You know my name.
You don't sing? What we doing? What we doing?
You
I'm
said.
preaching now? Am I preaching now? Is that what's happening? Okay.
Give us a word.
Okay. No, y'all go ahead and stay. I thought we was doing something else. Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, I want to sit in that. You know my name. You know my name. Oh, how. Oh, how you walk with me. And oh, how you talk. Oh, how you talk with me. Oh, how you tell me. Oh, how you tell me that I am, that I am, that I am. Can we just say that again? You know? You know my name. Lord, you know my name. You know my name. So it's homecoming Sunday, right? And we're going to talk about home. And I'm an old Pentecostal, so do you mind if I be at home just a little bit? You know my name. You know my name. You know my name. You know my name. Oh, how you walk with me. Oh, how you walk with me. And oh, how you talk with me. Oh, how you talk with me. Hey. Oh, how you tell me that I am your own.
Oh, how you counsel me.
Oh, how you counsel me.
And you comfort me. You comfort me, yeah.
Oh, how you comfort me.
And it's amazing.
It's amazing. Why don't you come a little closer? Come a little closer. Come on up, Clancy. Y'all, come on a little closer. I am your friend. Just come on. Come in this center section for me. Oh, how you counsel me.
And you comfort me.
Oh, how you comfort me.
It still amazes me.
It's still amazing.
I am your friend.
I am your friend. One of the things that I've learned since I've been in Seattle is that there's a way in which progressives need permission to have joy. particularly for the white folks, there's this thing because we're so obsessed with white privilege in the popular discourse that it makes you think that if you have joy, somehow you're reproducing oppression. But I don't want to be part of no revolution where they ain't got no joy. And joy has a sonic quality to it. It can be vivacious and loud. But what you hear happening over in this key, it's like this little bit of a dissonance chord about how do you find joy in the midst of all of what's happening. That's a spiritual discipline. Our text today, play, son. So as I was saying, no, y'all just go ahead and sit in that oil. I've been wrestling with the concept of home a lot. Most of my life I've moved. So most jobs I've ever worked have been 2 years. So I've entered in my 3rd year here. I made a commitment to the denomination for 5. Well, at least that's when my funding run out. And so and much of my life, I've been on the run. Probably something me and my therapist should probably talk about. And so the concept of home is an interesting concept for me. Because the world that I come from is no more. And the little town that I'm from, it's no more. The houses are grown up. People don't live there anymore. And to Dr. Seku's chagrin, I'm always looking in the future because I'm used to running. And so it's just a curious concept. Can I just be honest with you? That home is just a curious term for me. I've experienced it. My childhood was damn near perfect, except for some spankings that I got, which I never deserved. My family told Dr. Seku that I was spoiled. Just lies and propaganda. So I do know home. There is a word recorded in Matthew, I believe, and it simply says that the sum of the law is to love the Lord thy God with all thy mind, heart, and soul, and to love thy neighbor as thyself. And in this passage of scripture, they're wrestling with if God will, the disciples are asking, Lord, teach us the law. Teach us, because there's a certain obsession with the law in the Jewish tradition, and part of it has to do with the ways in which you have a minoritized people in a world where they are not loved and cared for, who've always living under attack, who always feel as though they're going to be exterminated. And so there's a level, the law plays a particular kind of role as a way in which to structure their lives and to make sense of the chaos that is around them. And so this first century Palestinian rabbi comes along and teaches them about love and says to them that the greatest commandment is to love the Lord, echoing the tradition that he came from in the Old Testament, in which it says that the sum of the law is to love the Lord thy God with all thy mind, heart, and soul. And then Jesus adds, and thy neighbor is thyself. And so Jesus is building upon the tradition of the people who came before him, and he is extending it. And so as we think about home, I want us to think about ways in which we can build upon the things that we came from. Because we must have a sense of history. Not to have a sense of history is to be thoroughly American. One must have a sense of history, who I came from, who are the people that produced me, the good, the bad, the ugly. They help shape us, they help make us. They are part of who we are. And if we solely disdain the people that produced us, we will always be rudderless. So we must always build upon the traditions of the people who came before us in our bloodlines, in the communities that we come from. Now, we make choices about whether or not we're going to extend the tradition beyond the people who produced us. It is an option. Now, we can wallow in the fact that we were raised by who we were raised by. And we can wallow in the fact that the world dealt us a bad freaking hand. But we must play the hand. So then we build upon the ways in which the people who produced us, and sometimes life gives us lemons, indeed, and it sucks. But like Jesus, we have the opportunity to build upon the tradition and then extend it. The sum of the law is to love the Lord God with all thy mind, heart, and soul, and to love thy neighbor as thyself. The fundamental question that is rooted in the second part of Jesus' admonition is, who is our neighbor? Like, who is our neighbor? Who matters to us? Who are we in relationship? It is not neighbor. The Greek word for neighbor is not simply one who lives next to you. There's deeper meaning that. It is about, who are you in community with? What kind of relationality do you have to the people that you say you claim to love? Neighbor is about, how are you caring for one another? How are you loving one another in a way that makes it feel like you have neighbors? The sum of the law is to love the Lord thy God with all thy mind, heart, and soul, and to love thy neighbor as thyself. Who is your neighbor? Now, one might ask, what does this have to do with the notion of home? But we should be clear. That love is what makes us feel at home. It is not simply the four walls or the smells of the food that we're used to being, or the certain kind of sounds and ruckuses that are about when we gather with family, chosen or biological. You know, Mark Twain said that friends are God's apology for family. He was right. Nevertheless, To be at home is to experience a kind of love that allows one to set roots down and to make place. To love thy neighbor as thyself. To be at home is to experience a kind of it's interesting. I'm having this thing that I rarely have. It's called feelings. And y'all know how I feel about feelings, right? So let me get myself together and not let these feelings take over. Someone once said that love is remembering the song in someone's heart and singing it to them when they have forgotten it. And part of being at home is hearing other people's songs. What is meaningful to them. I am reminded in doing the South African Revolution, nice ladies, none of y'all, but these nice ladies, in the midst of a South African uprising, they said, send things. They sent heels from people who were running from the police. They thought they were doing right because they were like, hey, everybody needs some pumps. But that was not what the people needed. The sum of the laws, to love the Lord thy God with all thy mind, heart, and soul, and to love thy neighbor as thyself. To love your neighbor is to know what a person needs. Not simply what we want to give, but what they need. The sum of the laws, to love the Lord thy God with all thy mind, heart, and soul, and to love thy neighbor as thyself. To find home, perhaps, is to find love. To be heard and to be known and to sing each other's song. Lastly, I want to say this. As a congregation, as a staff, we are turning toward more and more explicit conversations about deconstruction. It seems that a case that a lot of folks are still unpacking the contradictions that they gained inside of the religious traditions that they came out of. But if I might, in my old age, offer a caution, and Dr. Sekou has raised this to us before, we understand what we don't like. Can we think through what we want? What are we building? What kind of home are we making? Oftentimes, my atheist friends would say, or someone will walk up to me because I hang out with a lot of Marxists. They'll come up to me and inevitably and say, I don't believe in God. I say, okay. Describe to me the God you don't believe in. And when they get through describing that misogynist and homophobic and hateful God, I say, well, I don't believe in him either. Because their understanding of the religious was grounded in the negative, so they didn't have a way in which to construct a positive understanding of the divine. What are we building? The Word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God.
Let's make sure Dr. Dr. Sekou's song is heard. So we sang this song a couple weeks ago, but we want to make sure to sing it again for those who missed it. We'll We're going to wait for her mic to be on.
Check. 1, 2, 3, check. Check. 1, 2, 3.
To let go, I can be your mountain when you're feeling valley low. I can be your street light, showing you the way home. You can hold my hand when you need to let go. Sing it with us. Oh, I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let's take on the world while we are and able, and bring us back together when the day's done. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds, plant a little happiness, let the roots run deep. If it's love that we give, then it's love that we reap. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds. Yeah, I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let's take on the world while we are and able, and bring us back together when the day's done. The door is always open, your picture's on the wall. Everyone's a little broken, and everyone belongs. Everyone belongs. I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let's take on the world while we are and able, and bring us back together when the day's done. And bring us back together when the day's
Yay! Let's say amen for Dr. Sekou. You have such a gorgeous voice. And as we do every week, we're going to welcome the children back. Ooh, that song just touches my heart. Does it permeate in your heart like it does mine? We're gonna welcome the children back. Mara, you're still here. Oh, hi. Oh, this little light of mine, y'all singing.
I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine.
We can stand up.
I'm gonna
Y'all
let
stand
it
with us?
shine.
Let's clap together.
This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Everywhere.
Everywhere I go.
Oh.
Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Deep down in my heart, deep down in my heart,
I'm gonna let it shine.
deep
down in my heart,
deep down in my heart,
I'm gonna let it shine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Deep down in my heart,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Let it shine.
Let it shine. Let it shine.
Let it shine.
Let it shine.
Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. One more time.
Shine, let it shine, let it
Right. I think our that is loud. Sorry. I think our kids are trickling in. So it's time for our offering moment. As we say each week, and hope it gets heard, that Valley and Mountain is a community of co-creators. And our experience here is really related to how we get involved and bring our unique gifts and needs and asks and offerings. We are not a group of spectators or consumers. We pull our resources, and together we recognize we can do so much more than we could do apart. So at this time, you're welcome to make an offering. If it's your first time, please do not feel that that applies to you. You are an offering just being here. If you'd like to make a gift, there's baskets at the front. There's a bulletin that has all sorts of information and the songs, and I think sometimes we forget to remind people. But there's a link to give digitally and also to give by text. We encourage those of you that are looking for a spiritual home and think that this might be it to continue to come, to consider signing up and making a commitment just to say, like, we want to be part of co-creating this community together. And you can do that through coming and also being a pledging member, so giving monthly or quarterly or annually. And we also have a community mutual aid fund, and this has helped members and non-members alike with things like rental assistance, emergency assistance, when people face hard diagnoses or need childcare support. So that's a really important thing that we do for people throughout South Seattle. And again, if you are here for the first time, your presence is gift enough. So we will pause for a moment, and then we will do our offering prayer. So our offering prayer is something I think about a lot, especially the last line. It is in the bulletin if you want to join me now. Wellspring of life, help us to use our offerings to make peace in our community. Set us free from fear, hoarding, and hostility, and renew in us the desire to become open-handed and open-hearted. Teach us to know what is enough, so that all may not just survive, but thrive.
The storytellers can come forward. Hi. Hello. Wow, I feel so loved. This is wonderful. She's like, I don't know you after all. We've come to that time in our service where we gather around this table, this communion table. This is our crowded table where all are welcome. And we are reminded at this table that we are sustained, that we are held in community, and that each one of us are loved unconditionally by the divine. And so in a few moments, we're going to have 2 lines on either side of the stage. We offer grape juice and gluten-free crackers when you come forward to take part in the elements. If you'd rather not, just cross your hands over your chest, and we'd love to bless you or pray for you. And for those who would like to be served at your seat, just raise your hand, and we'll have someone come by and serve you at your seat as well. But before we serve communion, we have a story to tell.
Long ago, Jesus arrived outside Jerusalem. The occupied people of the land went outside to greet him, and together they defied the emperor through the art of revolutionary street theater.
Jesus went to the table, turned the tables, and welcomed the people who were sick and disabled, who had been excluded from entering. They entered the temple, their stories were centered, their voices were heard, and it was a holy place.
The night before he was executed as an enemy of the state, Jesus gathered his friends to sing, pray, and share a meal that would build their courage for the journey ahead. He broke bread, poured the cup, and said, "Do this in remembrance of me."
As we do each week, let's stretch out our hands and pray this communion prayer together. Gracious God, pour out your Holy Spirit into us and these gifts, that through this cup and bread, we may know we are beloved without condition. Transform us. Make us one body with you and with one another. Amen.
Come where the table is spread and all are welcome. Come.
Y'all pastor
Wow.
is churchy.
Wow, wow, wow.
Churchy.
Wow.
That's not even a churchy song.
Well, we just have a few announcements to share with you before we just let them loose, right? What a sweet service this was. Made all the sweeter because all of you were here with us and helped us co-create this moment together. And I want to give a special thanks to Mercedes and our musicians. Yep.
I love it.
To
I
Mix
love it.
Summer for spending the time that they do with our children every single week.
Yes, absolutely.
For Joe and for Katie and for Paul and Chad Henry and Elder Sarah helping us set up for the service today. Couldn't have happened without each and every one of you. And we need a few people to help us with cleanup today. So if I can get a show of 4 or 5 hands. I got 1, I got 2, I got 2.5 and 3 and 4 and maybe 1 more. 5, yay, we got them. And we want to invite you to the community meal that is going to be after service. We're having a listening session that will be held by myself and our board member, Brian Park. And so that will be a wonderful time to ask the question, what has nourished you this year? And what are you needing going into this next year? And we have a few other announcements. Rev, do you want to announce your Bible study coming up?
You know something, Summer, you
Just
all right
so
with me.
prepared.
Won't you give a big old round of applause for your staff? I'm so grateful to be working with them. October, what's the first Wednesday in October? It's in the program.
I gotta read the newsletter.
It's in the newsletter. First, the 4th. So October 4th, we're starting a Bible study around Howard Thurman's Jesus and the Disinherited. We've done this before. Howard Thurman was Dr. King's spiritual, what we would call a spiritual director. King traveled with this book everywhere he went. And Howard Thurman was an African-American mystic and guided lots of John's ideas about founding Valiant Mountain. He's if we had saints, he would be the first. And so we're going to be doing a book study, I think 6:30 to 8, online and in person. And please join. I'll be teaching it. Thank you.
Check. Here you go.
Sorry for switching mics on you. Thank you. Alongside that Bible study, but on Saturday mornings, we're inviting teens and tweens, so 11 years old up into 17-year-olds, to join us online for a book club on Saturday mornings. This is a great extracurricular if you're looking for time to talk with other youth about the climate crisis and be in conversation about our home here on Earth. So this book is from Teen Vogue. It's called No Planet B. We have a copy of the books for all of the youth who want to get involved. If you prefer an audiobook, we can get you an audiobook for this. And we're going to be meeting those Saturday mornings to talk about the topics in this book. They have it broken down into 3 sections: reporting, activism, and intersectionality. 27 different authors, and it's an incredible compilation made for a teen and tween audience. So we'll be talking about the climate crisis in conversation with our sacred earth and protecting this earth that we have here that we call home as a part of our Welcome Home series. If any parents or caretakers have questions about this book or are interested in coming alongside our youth as an adult volunteer, as an ally for this book club, please let me know, and we can start that process of being in conversation. This is going to start in September 30th, and we're going to go for 6 weeks reading this book together. If you are a youth who's maybe curious about it, somebody joining online but doesn't want to commit to every Saturday for 6 weeks, totally understand. Drop in once or catch us on Instagram. We're going to be sharing some of the highlights from that book club with you there. And what else?
October 14th at the YWE location, which used to be the Collab, I believe, we will be supporting our own Dr. Laura Ellen McKinney. There are at least 5 different original songs that she has written, along with some other performers, poets, and musicians. Our choir will be the house, and our band will be the house band. We'd love to see you there. It's at 7 p.m. It's also going to be live streamed if you can't make it to the auditorium. It's an annual art expression and event, and it's really going to be really cool just to hear Dr. Laura Ellen's story and to see her vision. Also, you know I'm going to say it, Christmas is coming. We have a holiday concert every single year. Christmas Eve will be, I believe, here in this building, and we want you to come sing with us and make a joyful noise. And so you don't have to be incredibly talented. I know I'm not, but no, not like that. No, I'm not trying to get you to gas me. I'm just saying I'm not, y'all hear Tiffany Wilson sing? But anyway, I want you to come sing with us. Or if you have a talent that you want to share, I know that we're going to be having a talent show for the kiddos, and it's going to be a really cute, fun time. It's the last time in the year that we'll be able to come together, and so we want to see you there and have you make a joyful noise with us. Anything else y'all have? Oh, you have one more? I really wasn't trying to get y'all to tell me I could sing.
Yeah, we do have one more for our little kids. There is at the Pacific Science Center at 10:30 almost every morning. They do a planetarium exhibition, a show for preschool age youth. It's about a 15 to 20 minute show, and it's great for little ones up into about 7. Especially for youth with short attention spans who are interested in learning again about our sacred earth and beyond. So we're going to be going to the planetarium together and the zoo the Saturday following. So this is not next week, but the following weekend. We'll send you 2 more reminders and keep you in the loop where we'll meet so that we can explore what it means to be at home with all the different plants and animals and cosmos.
We done? All righty. What y'all saying? Well, go ahead and start singing.
I think y'all know it. Come on, stand up with me. Oh, y'all got to stand up with me.
Rest on your feet as you're able, rise in body and or spirit.
People all over the world, join hands, start a love train, a love train.
I want you to bless us.
Oh. I was just sitting there thinking about how weird y'all's church is. Come down for me. I was just sitting there thinking about how weird y'all are. I love this place. It is good to be home. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent, one from another. I'll see you next week, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. And give food downstairs, please.
All of our family down in Africa. Tell all the folks in Egypt and Israel too. Please don't miss this train. We're at the station. 'Cause if you miss it, I feel sorry for you. You know it by now. Hey, people all over the world, join hands, start a love train, love train. And if you can't come, I'll see you next week on